The room was buzzing with applause. Glasses clinked. Sarah beamed, the spotlight hitting her like she owned the world. Her new boss raised a hand, clearing his throat. Sarah succeeded despite having no support at home. Her husband is just a truck driver, can barely read, I hear. Laughter rippled across the room. Sarah laughed too easily, too genuinely. I sat in the shadows, quiet, my hand wrapped around my drink, a smile playing at the edges of my lips, calm. I had been here before, in a room filled with people, watching her shine while I disappeared. But this time was different. For 10 years, I believed in her. The long nights driving cross-country while she climbed her ladder, the missed birthdays, the dinners I ate alone in silence, the pride I forced myself to wear like a coat I couldn't take off. She made me feel small, sometimes unknowingly, sometimes with intention. But I loved her, foolish maybe, but love blinds. Then came the whisper. A chance comment over a conference call she thought I wouldn't hear, a name I recognized, a series of late-night messages I stumbled upon when I accidentally left her laptop unlocked. The pieces fit too perfectly. The betrayal wasn't messy, it was calculated. She had been erasing me from her world, making me the punchline to her story, convincing herself everyone would agree. At first, I felt the sting, the fire of rage, but anger is temporary. I wanted permanence. So I watched, I listened, I mapped. Every financial move, every business contact, every conversation that hinted at who really controlled the strings behind her success. I wasn't reckless, I was patient. I quietly acquired stakes in her company, shares scattered over months, under different names, unnoticed. I studied the contracts she signed, the partnerships she boasted about, the deals she thought she closed without me knowing. Every brag, every public display of independence became ammunition. And then came the night I had planned for, the night that would be remembered. Her promotion party. Everyone she wanted to impress, everyone who had ever laughed at me for being just a truck driver, would be there. The perfect stage. I dressed simply, understated. Let her think I might leave in my truck like I always did. But tonight, I didn't leave. She held her glass high, smiling at the applause. "It's true," she said, eyes twinkling at the crowd. "He's holding me back." Her laughter carried across the room. A ripple of pity, amusement, and disbelief followed. I stood, slowly, calmly, hands folded behind my back. Every eye turned, every smile faltered. "That's interesting," I said, voice low but cutting through the chatter. "Because the company you work for, I own it." The room went silent. Forks froze mid-air, glasses clattered softly against plates. I let my words sink, watched her face pale, watched her carefully constructed facade crumble in seconds. Her boss coughed. "Excuse me?" I walked forward, each step measured. "You've worked hard, Sarah, truly, but all the accolades, the speeches, the praise, you've been applauding me this whole time." Eyes widened, hearts thumped. I could feel the shift, the power slipping from her fingers like water. "Your support at home? That was me," I said. "The contracts you signed, the clients you thought you won alone, my networks, my investments, my decisions. Every step you credited to your brilliance, I funded, I guided, I enabled. And yet you humiliated me." Tears formed, not mine. Her boss muttered something, but no one listened. Every guest's eyes were on her now, the illusion of her independence shattered. "You laughed at me, called me incapable," I continued, my tone almost gentle, but the ice underneath it cut deeper than any shout could. "And you thought it would stay hidden forever. But power," I smiled faintly, "is a funny thing. It belongs to the one who holds it, quietly, patiently." She tried to speak, stammered, but no words would come. The audience, sensing the unraveling, leaned in. Some smiled, some whispered, some looked horrified. She, who had spent years building an empire in her mind, now had no kingdom left in reality. I turned back to the room, calm, almost casual. Enjoy the celebration, truly. I hope you remember tonight every laugh you shared at my expense, every slight. Because tonight, the world sees the truth. I walked out without another word. The sound of the front door closing echoed like a punctuation mark on a decade of manipulation and deceit. Outside, the night was still. The air smelled of winter, crisp and clean. And I breathed. For the first time in years, I breathed freely. Revenge wasn't loud. It wasn't explosive. It was quiet, calculated, inevitable. The satisfaction wasn't in watching her fall. It was in knowing she had never truly seen me, never truly understood the force she underestimated. And in that quiet moment,